Hey guys, today we are going to be making squash brownies. Yeah, so let's get started. First I have to grade the squash. So I'm going to grade that and I'll come back when we are done. I'm going to grade the squash with our grater here. I'm going to use this side and make like little shreds. And so I'm just going to chop the ends off and then I'm going to get started on grating it. So I grated this squash. I need half a cup of it for this recipe. So this is a little more than half a cup, but I'll just put the rest in there. And then I'm just going to put the rest of the squash in a baggie and save it for the next recipe. Okay, so I'm going to put in the mixer. I'm going to do 1 cup of flour, all-purpose flour. You can mix this by hand, but for time's sake, I'm just using our mixer. Okay, so now I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar. I'm just using white granulated sugar. Add that in there. And I'm going to do half a cup of oil. Now you can use avocado oil, you can use vegetable oil, you can use olive oil, and I believe you can also use coconut oil too. But I'm just using the avocado oil. We use avocado oil around here. We get it from Walmart. That's the avocado oil. It's very good. Put it down and then I'm just going to mix it up on low. So half a teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to roughly measure that. I'm going to add 1/4 cup of cocoa powder in there. Next we're going to add 2 eggs. And we're going to combine that. And normally you would put vanilla extract in there, but we don't have any vanilla right now. We're out of it, so I'm going to leave that part out. Next, you're going to add 1/4 cup of water. Okay, so now we are going to add our half cup of squash. I have used this brownie recipe a long time. It's a very good brownie recipe. And I am just experimenting and adding squash in here. Now, you can do zucchini. I think that would also be a really good idea, is to do zucchini. And then if you have a lot of zucchini, you do zucchini. If you have a lot of squash, then you do squash. And then you could do a mixture of both, maybe. That would be really cool. So we are going to preheat the oven to 350. Okay, have our brownie batter ready. This is it. You can barely see the squash in there, but it is in there. I'm just going to put it in there. Okay, so I just kind of wipe the edges around there because I did get a little bit of batter on the edges, but that's fine. So you can put chocolate chips on the top of these, and that is really good. That is what we usually do, actually, but we didn't have any chocolate chips right now. So I am just leaving them, and of course they'll still be great. But yeah, you can put chocolate chips on them. You can put nuts on them. That's like one of my favorite things to do, is put nuts on these. You could do pecans or walnuts, whatever kind of nut you wanted. So I'm going to put these in here. The oven just preheated, so I'm going to leave these for about 30 minutes. So these will just be experimented with squash in them. So I'm going to put them in here, and I'll see you guys when they're done. Okay, so they're out of the oven. I think they cooked for 40 minutes in total. So I'm going to cut one. So I'm looking here, there are a couple little bubbles, just air bubbles I guess. But I can see some little pieces of squash like right there. And in the bottom you can see some. You can kind of see some there. But overall, I barely see the squash, which I did chop it up pretty small. So a lot of it probably just, you know, is in there and you can't really see it. But I would say this turned out very good. I tasted a piece of it, and you cannot even tell texture-wise or taste that there is the slightest bit of squash in there. Like, you can't even taste it or like feel it in your mouth. So I definitely think this is a awesome recipe, and I recommend you guys try it. The recipe will be in the description box below, so then you guys can write it down and try this good recipe. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. Leave any questions or comments in the comment section below, and we'll see you guys on the next adventure.